I just don't understand how this could be happening.
It doesn't matter. What matters is what you're going to do about it. Look, I don't like it any more than you do. I've been your boss for 4 years now, and I've known you longer than that. I know what you've got invested here, but you're going to have to decide one way or another, and you don't have much time.
How long do I gotta think about it?
A few hours. You can talk it over with Karen, decide what you're going to do, and then you can bring the paperwork back around 9.
Alright, thanks.
I'm sorry to have it happen the way it did.
It's alright, you're doing what you can.
I wish I could do more.
I lost my job. It's done. No turning back. Irrevocably lost. As of tomorrow, the agency I called home for the past 4 years shuts up its windows and ceases to be. My problem isn't a tragedy, though. At least not for me. I've been offered another job approximately 21 hours away with the company that's shutting ours down. My problem is not the consequences I'll have to deal with, but the consequences that my family and friends will have to reconcile because of what I have to decide to do.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Well, how are you gonna figure it out?
I don't know.
That's a problem.
I know. I know. I just don't know what to do.
I'll tell you what to do. You're either gonna take this job in Tennessee, or you're gonna stay around here and job hunt like crazy again.
Nobody's hiring. We already figured that out.
Well, you need to take it into consideration.
If I leave, Gary's whole project goes up in smoke.
You would be disappointed, but I mean, sometimes.
I don't know what to do. If I stay, I become a jobless bum who can't pay rent, and Gary doesn't get disappointed. But if I leave, Gary's whole last year and a half is completely destroyed.
Well, don't forget about me in all this. I mean, it's not like you're making this decision by yourself.
I know. I know. I just don't know what to do.
Then you need to decide.
Help me!
Well, what happens if you take the job?
That I'm leaving.
What's gonna happen to me and the baby?
I don't know. I don't know. You come or you stay? I don't know. What would you do if I left?
Well, I'd prefer to go with you, but I mean, if that's not an option, I guess I can just move back in with my parents.
I'm not gonna make you do that. You hate it there.
Yeah, but what else am I gonna do if we can't pay rent?
I know.
And then there's Gary. I mean, you gotta think about him.
Yeah.
What would happen if you stayed?
Then I lose my job, lose the house, lose everything.
It's not like we don't have any friends. I mean, I'm sure they'd be willing to, like, help out. I mean...
I don't want to depend on someone else for everything.
Then you're gonna have to figure something out.
I'm gonna have to take that job.
What do you mean you're leaving?
I'm being moved to another state.
When?
Tomorrow.
You can't.
I have to.
No, you don't. You have to stay here.
I have to think about Karen and the baby, Gary.
Alright. Alright, okay. Think about them, right? Get them in your mind. And then think about me here. I mean, we've got over $12,000 worth of film already shot with you in it. If you leave, I might as well just burn it all.
I have to, Gary. I have to.
You don't have to do anything. You have to stay here.
I can't. I need a job.
What do you mean you can't? Isn't it you who always says that we have a choice? Every single time we have a choice? I mean, what was that whole rant you gave me on Sunday about how I can choose my consequences when you're over here telling me today that you don't have a choice?
I'm choosing to leave, Gary. I need a job. You know no one is hiring around here.
Don't, man. Just don't do this to me.
I'm sorry. I really am. Maybe I could come back after a while and help you finish the project.
It's gonna take forever that way.
I know. I know. I can't think of any other way.
It's $12,000. Gone. Wasted.
I know. Caesar once stood on the banks of the Rubicon River. It was there, on those banks, that he made a decision that would alter the course of history. You see, he had a choice. He would either choose to cross the river and attack Rome, his home city, defended by his closest friend, or he could choose to turn back and forsake the cause which he fought for his entire life. In this situation, there's no right or wrong decision for him. On those banks, he made a choice that could only end in disaster whichever way he went. And he crossed the river, saying, as his men made the passage, "Let the die be cast." He understood that he must choose the consequences as opposed to the action to be taken. Unlike Caesar, I do not stand on the edge of war with my home city or my childhood friend. But like him, I stand before a choice whose consequences can only be harmful no matter which way I choose. Let the die be cast.